Hi guys, so today's episode is basically going to be one giant ramble about the mindset to be a successful coach. Now, this is off the back of a lot of conversations I've had over the last couple of weeks with my mentees or people just reaching out the DMs who are feeling like they're never going to make it, that they're feeling lost within their business. They're thinking, is this the right move? And what are they going to do to kind of press on, push forward, achieve success, and all those things. Now, this is going to be straight off the dome. I've got some notes I've written down just before this, and just my general kind of unfiltered thoughts about the mindset traits and things you need to embody if you're going to be successful in this game. Now, I don't want to make it out that this is going to be some Herculean task. We're not in the trenches, bro. We're not going to war or whatever the cool kids say nowadays. This is a job, this is a business, but it's entrepreneurship. It's being self-employed, it's getting kicked in the face. It's then picking yourself up with a smile and cracking on. It can be very demoralizing at times. It can be really fucking hard. Let's not lie about it. It's really, really tough sometimes. And this episode is really to help those people who are struggling. This is stuff that I've struggled with, had to work through, and hopefully someone out there who's struggling with their own business, feeling a bit demotivated, feeling a bit demoralized, can take something from this. At least that's my hope anyway. That's my hope. If someone's gonna watch this, listen to this, they can take something away that they can go and fire into their own business and achieve success. Now, before we go any further, if you like this kind of content, guys, whether you're on YouTube, podcast, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. It means an awful lot to me. It means I can keep putting these things out there, and knowing that people are listening and watching means an awful lot. So if you do take value from anything discussed today, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to me. Thank you. So this is, as most things I do, there's never an exhaustive list, but these are some things that I like to embody when I think about coaching. And one thing I talk all the time is being consistent. You have to be consistent. You have to just play a massive game of essentially chicken. If you've seen the old, I think of Last Action Hero, if you've seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger film. If you haven't, I'm old as fuck. But basically, it's a standard cop car thing where they have two cars, they're going to race towards each other in a game of chicken, and eventually the bad guy swerves off the road into a ditch, and the good guy's like, yeah, I'm the man, I won. That's a game of chicken. And often it's you going head on with failure. Fuck, who's going to swerve first, right? Who's going to quit first? And that's kind of what I look at coaching, entrepreneurship like. You just need to smash your head against the wall for long enough and hope the wall breaks before your head does. And it will, but you just don't know when it is, right? And I also think of if anyone's seen the meme, it's this guy who's hammering through rock with a pickaxe, and he turns away a millimeter before he breaks through to the jewels. And there's a guy who's going miles behind him. He's going with great enthusiasm, and he'll end up getting there. Or at least you hope so. So it's just keep going, and success is at the end of it. And if you can just embody this is a game, right? The game isn't even just to win it, because you're never going to win, right? This is a game where you're not going to win. There'll always be the level up. You'll achieve a level of success that you told yourself you'd be happy with, and then you get there and you're on to the next one, because that's what people are like. If you achieve success, you're on to the next one. I'm no different. I told myself I'd be happy at a certain financial target I hit years ago, and now I'm nah, can't be that. Get on to the next one. So there's always this thing of the ever going carrot in front of you that's going ahead, but it's just telling yourself just to be consistent and keep going. Especially in the early days when you haven't got the level of success that you want. The other thing I want you to embody is, if not me, then who? Everyone always has that moment where am I good enough? Can I do this? Am I going to make it? Whether that's imposter syndrome or constant comparison to other coaches, or honestly, whatever that thing is, you're always going to compare yourself. You're always going to think, am I going to be able to make this? But ask yourself the question, if it wasn't me, who else? Because other people have done this. They are human as well. They put their trousers on one leg at a time like you. They aren't magic. So if they can do it, you can do it. And if not me, then who? Who deserves to do it more than I do if you put the work in? And that's something I try and embody all the time, because I still am, but I have been incredibly plagued by imposter syndrome at times throughout my career, right? And that comes and goes. The only way to deal with that is just to work, right? Alex Hormozy has this fantastic quote. Alex Hormozy has some fantastic quotes in general, but this one always stands out as one that a lot of people will know him for, is you don't get confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror. You get confident by having a stack of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt. And that's exactly the same as it works in business. Exactly the same as it works in coaching. Like, if not me, then who? Keep going. And it goes back to that point about consistency, but you can make it, but you have to believe that you can make it. And that might sound a bit airy-fairy or a bit kind of zen spiritual. I don't really care how you kind of frame it, but you need to believe that you can make this. Otherwise, that will show up in everything that you do. If you don't believe that you're going to make it, you'll be less confident in your messaging, less confident in your marketing, less confident in your coaching decisions, less confident in your communication. It will show through, and it's the twisted irony of coaching that the more clients you get, the more confident you become, the easier it is to get more clients because you're confident. But you need to really kind of build your own confidence internally in the early part of your coaching career by looking at the small wins. But really, that question of if not me, then who is going to keep you going? And just being relentless, just be relentless. Like, refuse to quit, refuse to accept a loss, refuse to let yourself be beaten by this. Because if you stay around long enough, you continue to get better, you will win. You will win, and you will make that money you want to make. You'll get the clients you want to get. You'll achieve the success. You'll get the results. You will, because you can't not. If you think of any, so you think of bodybuilding, okay? Bodybuilding, there's a genetic limit. So you could say, someone could say to you, I want to get to the Olympia, right? And you look at them and they're just genetically unable to do that. They could spend every minute of their next 10 years doing everything perfectly, yet they're still not going to make it. They're still not going to achieve success because they haven't got the genetics. That isn't true in business. In business, in coaching, you are the limiter. You have the ability to work as many hours as you want, to learn as much as you want, to implement, to iterate, to get better. There's no genetics involved in this. It's hard work. And that's why I say be relentless. You can just work and work and work and get better and better and better. That's the kind of the secret, the mindset shift I would like you guys to implement is like, just do it. Right? Just get it done. God, I sound like Shia LaBeouf then. Do it. But there's an element of that, of just kind of getting it done. Right? Just be fucking relentless, right? And part of that is going to be kind of staying in your own lane. So stay in your own lane. Just don't focus on what anyone else is doing. I think so many coaches look at other coaches, oh, I feel like an imposter, or I'm shit compared to this person. I'm like, well, yeah, but if you're constantly comparing yourself, you're going to feel like shit. Like, I could have had the best month of my life. I had the best month I've ever had in May. But if I compared myself to some coaches or to someone like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, I'm a piece of shit because I'll never achieve the financial success they will. Does that mean I'm doing badly? Of course not. It's my best month. But when you start comparing yourself, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've done X amount, but this person did 100,000, a million times more than me. I'm rubbish. Like, stay in your own lane. Like, cheer for yourself. You can cheer for other coaches as well, right? Like, there's so many coaches I know of absolutely crushing it at the moment. Some of my best friends are coaches crushing it, and you start supporting them rather than looking at that as something that's negative towards you. You're staying in your own lane, and you're running your own race. And as cliche as that sounds, it's cliche for a reason, because that's going to allow you to focus on your thing, getting better at your game, at your coaching or your marketing or whatever the thing that you need to improve on. Stay in your lane, right? Don't look at what other people are doing, because comparison can be the thief of joy if you're constantly comparing yourself in a negative light. Rich Collins, who's a good friend of mine, posted an amazing post the other day about comparison can also be a great thing. So, like, you can get inspiration from other people, and I absolutely agree with that. It's a fantastic way of looking at it. And if you find that looking at the coaches does help, but make sure that you only compare yourself to you, right? It's the same way in the gym. Like, you constantly comparing yourself to where you were yesterday, But in business, people like look the other way. They're like, oh no, that thing's different. I'm going to compare myself to all these other people. Not particularly helpful, right? So don't do that. And one of the things as part of that is that you don't need to be perfect. We're looking at all these other people thinking they are perfect. They're doing everything right. We don't see the shit they don't do. Like it's the same. I'm saying stuff that you probably said to other people. If you're constantly looking at other coaches on Instagram thinking their life is perfect, or they're doing things perfectly, or they don't have any stresses, think about what Instagram is. It's a highlight reel. You're not seeing the shit that they have to deal with. You don't need to be perfect. You don't have to make the perfect post, the perfect lead magnet. Like, you need to be as good as you can be, absolutely. But nothing needs to be this kind of perfection side of things. Just do, then try and get better, then improve. It's like when I see people trying to like go for the perfect execution in the gym, and you're like, yeah, that's great, but you're like 100 reps in reserve. So you constantly need this battle between effort and accuracy. And that doesn't just exist in the gym, that exists in your coaching life as well. So you need to be like, okay, I'm going to do this thing, see how it goes, and then go on. And the kind of final mindset thing I wanted to talk about on this rant, on this ramble, is just get used to losing. And that probably sounds really negative, right? Oh, get used to losing. But when you just accept loss as like part of the game of getting good, right, you'll feel a lot better. And I use this analogy of if you're a painter, weird analogy to start with, but let's go. If you were a painter and you started as a complete novice and you knew it was going to take you 1 million paintings to become the world's best painter, you'd be failing all the time, but you'd be loving it. You'd be like, I'm getting better. I'm just getting so fucking good. Right? And that's what it's like in like business. Hopefully you don't have to have 1 million L's before you get the big W, but maybe it is. So you just keep losing. You're going to do launches that flop. You do CTAs that no one responds to. You're going to do campaigns that don't work. You're going to put out things that people aren't going to vibe with. You're going to have shit bits of content. You're going to have clients that leave. You're going to have all these things. Cool. Okay, you can learn from every single one of those things. And I'm not saying it doesn't hurt, by the way. Like, it fucking does hurt. Right? These things can really sting. But at the same time, you're going to learn from them. You're going to get better. And that's why most people stop, is when they get those losses. I joke, and I might have said it already, is people, they'll do like one call to action, a CTA. Right? They'll put a CTA in the story, apply for coaching, and no one responds. And they're like, well, CTAs don't work. What's the point of doing it? I'm never doing one again. And you're like, how many times have you seen an advert for a product, right, and then ran out the door to the shops and bought it, like that second, like eating dinner, fucking throw the dinner away, let's run straight to the shops to buy that thing? Probably never, unless you're mental. So why would someone just immediately, the very second they see a CTA, sign up with you? It's probably going to take a bit of time, right? They're gonna need to warm up to that thing, right? It's like going up to a girl. If I went up to my girlfriend the first time I saw her and said, do you want to get married? Yeah, okay. You were like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like, yet for some reason we think the minute we try something, it doesn't work, it's a failure. It's going to take time. We're going to need to get better. Like, you don't walk into the gym, do one session and get jacked. It's going to take you a long time of failing because you're not getting there. But instead of viewing it as that, just view it as like the cost of entry to success, and you'll achieve results down the line. And you're going to learn skills by failing, because with failing you need to get better, you need to carry on, you need to go. So that the loss in and of itself is a victory. And you need to foster that mindset, because so many times people will do something that doesn't go well, or is a loss or whatever, they just stop. That's their sign. Don't do that. Like, keep going, and that goes back to being relentless. And that would be the things I want you guys to think about, really. That's I haven't really come in with a plan of what I want to say this episode, because I just really feel very strongly about these things. And just push yourself, like, really do, because so many people can achieve success if they just got out of their own way and just push through that. And that's what I love helping my mentees with, is sometimes it's not even the marketing stuff, it's not even becoming a better coach, it's them actually becoming confident in themselves to go and deliver that service. And sometimes that can be the biggest win. I've had so many unlocks with clients this year where the issue was actually them, their mentality, their belief system, their effort, their ethos. Those things with the unlock. Yes, of course, marketing and stuff could have all been improved. We did that. But sometimes it was the actual person getting really fucking good at getting out of their own way and just kind of improving on that side, which saw an improvement to every part of their business. So it might be that for you. So I really do hope that you get a lot of value out of this episode, guys. It's something that I struggle with throughout my time, and these are little kind of thought processes, reframes, things that have helped me achieve the small degree of success that I've achieved. So I hope it will allow you to do the same. Now, a little shameless plug, if you want to become a better coach, you enjoy the kind of content we're talking about today, you want to get a deeper dive into that from a coaching skills perspective, both technical skills, your soft skills of coaching, from the mentality side of things, from the marketing side, I have my coaching academy, the link is below. It's $60 per month. I guarantee if you implement the bits spoken about in the academy, you will make your money back in no time, and you'll 10x, 100x your return on investment there if you go and implement those things. My spots for one-to-one mentoring are closed. I do have a wait list, so if you're interested, drop me a message on Instagram with the word mentoring. I'll add you to the list, or at least we can have a chat about it. And in the meantime, let's go and, well, I wish you all the best and go and crush it in your own coaching journey. So I'll see you in the next episode, guys, whether that's on YouTube, podcast, but I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.